Dear friend, since childhood, we've been told that fruit is one of the healthiest foods we can eat. Bright, sweet, and full of color, it's nature's candy, right? And for the most part, that is true. Fruit is rich in vitamins, packed with fiber, and loaded with antioxidants. But here is something many folks don't realize. As we grow older, our bodies begin to change in subtle but important ways. Our metabolism slows down. Our digestion becomes more sensitive, and our ability to handle sugar, even the natural kind, isn't quite what it used to be. That means, after age 60, not every fruit is as harmless as it once seemed. In fact, some fruits, while perfectly fine for younger people, can actually cause trouble for older adults. They can spike your blood sugar, aggravate joint inflammation, interfere with certain medications, and even raise concerns for heart health. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't about cutting out fruit completely. Not at all. It's about being just a little more mindful, choosing what works best for your body at this stage of life. Because the good news is, nature also gives us fruits that do the exact opposite. They help calm inflammation, support better memory, balance blood pressure, and boost your overall well-being naturally and safely. Sometimes, just a simple swap can make a big difference in how you sleep, how you move, and how clear your mind feels in the morning. In this guide, I'll walk you through 4 fruits to avoid, and 4 fruits you should start including more often in your routine. These suggestions come from over 20 years of experience in nutritional science, working with thousands of older adults from all across the country. My hope is that this message helps you feel more confident and more in control of your health. Because good health isn't just about luck or good genes. It's about making thoughtful, gentle choices day by day. So if you're someone who wants to feel better, stay sharp and independent longer, and make the most of your golden years, you're in the right place. And if you're listening to this as part of a podcast or video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share your thoughts too. I'd love to hear what's motivating you to take better care of yourself. Now, let us begin this journey together towards smarter choices, a clearer mind, and a body that feels more alive with every bite. 1. Grapefruit, a refreshing fruit with a hidden risk. Grapefruit looks beautiful. Its bright color, crisp texture, and tangy flavor make it a favorite for many. And if you've heard it can help with weight loss or support heart health, you're not alone. But here is something not everyone knows, especially older adults. If you take prescription medications, grapefruit might not be as harmless as it seems. In fact, this fruit can quietly interfere with many common medications, sometimes in ways that are downright dangerous. You see, grapefruit contains a natural compound that blocks an important enzyme in your liver called CYP3A4. Now, this enzyme helps your body process and clear medications. When it's blocked, your body holds on to those drugs much longer than it should. Think of it like a traffic jam. Everything slows down and things start piling up. That's exactly what happens in your bloodstream. Instead of breaking the medication down, your body keeps absorbing it, causing drug levels to rise higher than expected. And when that happens, the risks go up fast. Some possible side effects? Irregular heart rhythms, severe bleeding especially if you're on blood thinners, excessive drowsiness from anti-anxiety meds, liver stress, or even liver damage in rare cases. Many folks don't see the connection at first. They enjoy a glass of grapefruit juice in the morning, then take their usual meds completely unaware of what's happening inside. Sometimes, it's not until something goes wrong, like a sudden dizzy spell, fatigue, or even a trip to the ER, that the truth comes to light. The truth is, this isn't about blaming grapefruit. It's a healthy fruit for the right person, but for anyone over 60 who's on daily medications, especially for blood pressure, cholesterol, depression, or anxiety, grapefruit becomes a food that demands caution. Here is the kicker. Even a small glass of juice each day can tip the balance. And bottled or concentrated juices may contain even more of the risky compound. That means the effects can be even stronger and more unpredictable. Over 70% of Americans over 65 take at least one prescription drug. So the odds are high that grapefruit could be a problem for someone you know. Maybe even for you. Avoiding it isn't about missing out. It's about making smart, informed choices. Think of it this way. When you skip grapefruit while on medication, you're not just protecting yourself. You're giving your body the chance to respond to your treatment in the safest, most effective way possible. And that's what healthy aging is all about. Paying attention, asking the right questions, and using your knowledge to stay strong. So, the next time you're at the store and you see those juicy grapefruits, pause for a moment, check your meds, talk to your doctor, because something as small as a single glass of juice can make a very big difference. 2. Cherries sweet, nostalgic, but not always gentle on your body. Cherries have a way of bringing us back. Maybe it's the way they shine in the summer sun. Maybe it's the memory of reaching into a bowl at a picnic or a family barbecue. They look innocent. They taste sweet. And for years, they've been called one of nature's little gifts. But once we cross into our 60s and beyond, our bodies start to respond differently even to the foods we've loved for decades. And cherries, despite their charm, deserve a closer look. Let us start with sugar. 1 cup of sweet cherries contains nearly 20 grams of natural sugar. That's about the same as 5 teaspoons. Now, if you're young, active, and burning energy all day, your body can handle that. But after 60, many of us face slower metabolism, insulin resistance, or even type 2 diabetes. When that much sugar hits the bloodstream quickly, it can cause your blood sugar to spike and then crash. You might feel lightheaded, foggy, or sleepy. But more importantly, those sugar surges, over time, can place stress on your kidneys, weaken your blood vessels, and increase inflammation, especially in the nerves. Now, let us talk about something else most people overlook. Cherries are acidic. That tart taste is part of their appeal, but also part of the problem. If you have arthritis, joint stiffness, or chronic inflammation, eating too many cherries can sometimes make things worse. You might notice more swelling in your hands, more stiffness in your knees, or that dull ache in your lower back showing up more often. Some folks assume the problem only comes from cherry products, like juice, jam, or dried fruit. And yes, those forms are far more concentrated. They often contain added sugars and none of the fiber that helps slow digestion. But even fresh cherries, in large amounts, can sneak up on you. You see, the body doesn't judge sugar by how pretty it looks. It just reacts to the load. And too much, too fast, even from a natural source, is still too much. That doesn't mean you need to stop eating cherries altogether. A small handful? Sure. A couple of cherries after a meal? Perfectly fine. But if you're reaching for a big bowl while watching TV, or sipping on cherry juice thinking it's a health drink, that's when it starts to work against you. Balance is everything. And as we grow older, the margin for error becomes smaller. The foods we choose each day play a direct role in how we feel, how we move, and how we sleep. So what is the takeaway? Cherries aren't the enemy, but they're not the innocent treat they once seemed to be either. Especially for those managing blood sugar, joint pain, or fatigue. Enjoy them, but enjoy them wisely. Let them be part of your life, not a source of hidden stress. Because at this stage, your health deserves attention. Your body deserves respect. And every food choice is a chance to feel just a little bit better. Every single day. 3. Bananas when healthy might be too much of a good thing. For most of our lives, bananas have felt like the perfect snack. They're soft. They're portable. They don't need washing or slicing. And they taste just sweet enough to feel like a treat. From childhood on, we're told they're good for our energy, our muscles, and our heart. And in many ways, that's true. But here is something most people never talk about. What happens when our body starts changing with age? And the foods we once leaned on may no longer work in our favor. Bananas are rich in potassium. That's one of their biggest selling points. Potassium helps muscles contract, nerves send signals, and the heart beat in a steady rhythm. But here is the catch. As we grow older, especially past age 60, Our kidneys don't always filter potassium the way they used to. And when potassium builds up in the blood instead of being flushed out, your body starts to struggle. This buildup has a name, hyperkalemia. But you don't need to remember that word. Just know it means too much potassium. And it can become dangerous, especially for the heart. You might feel lightheaded, notice tingling in your arms or legs, or experience a racing heart for no clear reason. In serious cases, it could even lead to heart rhythm issues that require immediate medical attention. Now, let me be clear. A banana here, and there is not the enemy. But the habit of eating 1 or 2 bananas every single day, especially without knowing your kidney function or medication situation, is worth rethinking. Many older adults take blood pressure medications like ACE inhibitors or diuretics that help the body hold onto potassium. That is helpful for some things. But it also means your system might already be carrying more potassium than you realize. Now add in a banana, then maybe a baked potato, then a glass of orange juice. Suddenly, without meaning to, your daily potassium total has gone from helpful to risky. And the scariest part? There might be no obvious warning signs at first. No pain, no alarm, just a tired feeling, maybe some weakness in the legs. Until one day your heart lets you know something isn't right. That's why balance matters more than ever. It's not about cutting bananas out completely. It's about knowing your own limits and making smart choices. If your doctor says your kidney function is strong and your blood potassium levels are within range, then a few bananas a week may be perfectly fine. But if you've been told your kidney function is low, or you're taking certain heart or blood pressure medications, you'll want to be more cautious and spread your intake out over time. What's important now isn't just eating healthy foods. It's eating what's healthy for you. Because what helps a young athlete power through a workout might do more harm than good to someone managing heart or kidney concerns. So, the next time you reach for that yellow fruit on the counter, pause for just a moment, check in with your body, and ask yourself, is this still the right choice for me today? Because caring for yourself now means knowing that even something as familiar as a banana can hold unexpected power. And it's your wisdom, not just your habits, that will guide you to better health in the years ahead. 4. Dried fruit, a sweet snack that may be doing more harm than good. Dried fruit has earned a place on many healthy snack lists. It's tidy, it's shelf-stable, and it often looks like the smarter choice compared to candy or cookies. Raisins, dates, dried cranberries, apricots in little zip-top bags. They look natural. They sound nutritious. But here is the truth most people don't realize, especially as we get older. Dried fruit is more than just fruit. It's fruit with the water removed and the sugar concentrated. Think about it like this. When you take the water out of grapes to make raisins, you're left with all the sugar in a much smaller package. A small handful of raisins? That's like eating a full bunch of grapes in just a few bites. And when it hits your system that quickly, your blood sugar can spike fast. Now, for younger folks with active metabolisms, that might not seem like a big deal. But for adults over 60, especially those managing blood sugar, high blood pressure, or weight, those little sugar spikes add up. Your heart has to work harder. Your energy crashes. And inflammation quietly increases in the background. Even worse, many store-bought dried fruits come coated in added sugar. Dried cranberries, for example, are often so tart that sugar or syrup is added just to make them taste sweet. Some dried fruits also contain preservatives like sulfur dioxide, a chemical that can irritate the gut, trigger headaches, or make breathing harder for people with asthma. So what starts as a smart snack can turn into a source of hidden stress for your body. Here is another thing to consider. Dried fruit has almost no water left, and less fiber than its fresh version. That means you don't feel full even though you've taken in a lot of sugar. It's easy to overeat without realizing it. A few bites before bed, you might find yourself bloated, restless, or waking up with a pounding heartbeat. And you want to suspect the raisins. They look innocent. They seem healthy. But the effect inside your body tells a different story. Now let me be clear. You don't have to cut dried fruit out completely. But it's important to use it with care. If you enjoy it, go Go for just a few pieces. Always read the label. Choose unsweetened, preservative-free options and treat it more like a flavor enhancer, not a full snack. Sprinkle a few raisins on oatmeal. Add 2 or 3 chopped dates to a salad. But skip the habit of eating handfuls straight from the bag, because while dried fruit may look natural, it's not the same as fresh fruit, and your body, especially after 60, knows the difference. So the next time you reach for that trail mix, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this helping me feel steady and clear? If not, it might be time to rethink your routine. In your journey to feel stronger, think sharper, and sleep better. It's the small daily choices that matter most. And knowing what works for your body, not just what looks healthy, is one of the most powerful tools you have. Because at this stage in life, balance isn't just a goal. It's a gift. And every food you choose should help protect it. 1. Blueberries, the tiny fruit that helps keep your memory sharp. Among all the fruits in your kitchen, blueberries might not look like much. They're small. They don't shine like apples. They're not as sweet as grapes. And they're easy to overlook on a crowded grocery shelf. But when it comes to protecting your brain as you age, blueberries quietly stand out as one of nature's most powerful allies. As we move into our 60s and 70s, it's completely normal to notice little changes in memory. You might walk into a room and forget why, or find yourself searching for a word that's just out of reach. This doesn't mean something's wrong. It simply means your brain is getting older just like the rest of you. And while we can't stop aging, we can make gentle choices that support the brain's ability to stay sharp. Blueberries are one of those smart choices. What gives them their deep, rich color is also what gives them their brain-boosting power. It's a natural compound called anthocyanin, an antioxidant that helps protect your brain cells from stress and inflammation. But unlike many nutrients that stay in the gut, anthocyanins in blueberries can actually cross the blood-brain barrier. That means they reach your brain directly, where they can help reduce damage, improve communication between brain cells, and keep things running smoothly upstairs. Regularly eating blueberries has been shown to improve short-term memory, enhance focus, and even slow down age-related cognitive decline. This can be especially helpful for anyone with a family history of Alzheimer's or dementia. And the benefits don't stop at the brain. Blueberries also support your heart by improving blood vessel function and helping keep your blood pressure in a healthy range. Better circulation means more oxygen gets to your brain, and that's key for mental clarity and alertness. Plus, blueberries have a low glycemic index. They're a smart snack for folks managing blood sugar, especially those living with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. Just half a cup a day is enough to start seeing results over time. You can stir them into warm oatmeal, add them to a smoothie, toss them into a bowl of plain Greek yogurt, or just eat them by the handful as a refreshing mid-morning treat. And there is something deeply comforting about that little burst of tart sweetness. It wakes up your taste buds. It feels good in the stomach. And it's a gentle reminder that taking care of your mind doesn't have to be complicated. At this stage in life, mental clarity means more than remembering names or dates. It's about staying independent, driving safely, cooking your own meals, and feeling confident in your own thoughts. No, blueberries aren't a magic pill, but they are a simple, delicious, and natural step you can take every day. So if you're looking to keep your memory strong and your mind steady, start with this tiny blue fruit, one handful at a time. One quiet act of care for your brain. 2. Apple's a simple fruit with the power to protect your heart and ease digestion. We've all heard the old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It sounds a little too simple, right? But the truth is, this everyday fruit holds more power than most people realize, especially as we grow older. By the time we reach our 60s and beyond, two things start to demand more of our attention: heart health and digestion. And apples, humble, affordable, and easy to enjoy, can quietly support both in meaningful ways. Let us start with your heart. Apples are rich in soluble fiber, particularly a type called pectin. This gentle fiber helps bind to cholesterol in your digestive system and moves it out of your body. before it ever reaches your bloodstream. That means lower LDL, the bad cholesterol that clogs arteries and stresses your heart. All that without a single pill. No side effects. Just one crisp piece of fruit. But the benefits don't stop there. The fiber in apples also helps manage blood sugar. As we age, the way our bodies process sugar can change. Some folks develop insulin resistance. Others deal with type 2 diabetes. That's where apples come in. Their fiber slows down how fast sugar gets absorbed into your bloodstream, helping to prevent sudden spikes in blood glucose after meals. Now let's talk digestion. If you've been feeling a bit backed up, you're not alone. Slower digestion is common as we age. The good news? Apples help get things moving again gently. Their fiber adds bulk, softens stools, and supports regular, healthy bowel movements. That means less bloating, less discomfort, and more ease in your daily routine. There's even more happening under the skin of this fruit. Apple peels are full of antioxidants like quercetin, which help reduce inflammation and protect your body from oxidative stress. This is key as our immune systems naturally slow down with age. Every bite brings a bit of extra support. And the best part? Apples are kind to the stomach. They're not overly sweet. They're easy to chew, and they can be enjoyed in so many ways. Slice one up and dip it in almond butter. Add it to a salad for a fresh crunch. Bake it with a little cinnamon for a warm evening treat. Or just enjoy it plain, right out of your hand. Beyond the health benefits, there is something familiar about apples. They bring comfort. Maybe they remind you of your childhood, of school lunches, of fall days, and the scent of baked apples in the kitchen. Sometimes, good health doesn't come from something new or trendy. It comes from something timeless, something trusted, something simple. A crisp apple, quietly waiting on your table. Maybe one of the easiest and kindest choices you can make. For your heart, for your digestion, and for your overall well-being. 3. Avocado, the quiet fruit that cares for your whole body. Avocados don't look like most fruits. They aren't tea sweet. They don't crunch. And they want tea leaf juice running down your chin. But don't let that fool you. For people over 60, this creamy little fruit might just be one of the smartest things you can put on your plate. What makes avocados special is their healthy fat, specifically monounsaturated fat. This is the kind of fat your heart actually loves. It helps lower bad LDL cholesterol. It boosts your good HDL cholesterol. And over time, it can help reduce the risk of clogged arteries, one of the leading causes of heart attacks and strokes, especially in older adults. But avocados don't stop at helping your heart. They're also powerful when it comes to fighting inflammation. If you've got arthritis, sore knees, or stiff joints, those healthy fats can help ease the pressure, making everyday movement feel just a little easier. Your brain benefits too. Since much of the brain is made up of fat, getting the right kinds like the ones in avocado helps support memory, focus, and clear thinking. There's also something called lutein in avocados. It's an antioxidant that protects brain cells and supports healthy vision, especially as we age. And then there's vitamin K, important for keeping your bones strong. As we get older, bones naturally lose density, which raises the risk of fractures. Vitamin K plays a quiet but crucial role in helping bones stay steady and solid. Avocados also give you potassium, which helps manage blood pressure. They contain folate for heart health, and vitamin E, which supports healthy skin and helps slow the signs of aging. Now, let us talk about how easy avocados are to enjoy. Mash one on whole grain toast for a soft, satisfying breakfast. Slice one up for your salad instead of using heavy dressings. Pair it with a hard-boiled egg or some lightly steamed veggies. Even just a pinch of lemon juice and a dash of sea salt turns avocado into a calming, nourishing bite. And that's the beauty of it. It doesn't make a fuss. It doesn't overwhelm your stomach. It just delivers steady, lasting comfort, one smooth bite at a time. For many older adults, digestion can become a little tricky. Avocados are gentle. They're filling without being heavy, and they keep you satisfied without any bloating or discomfort. In fact, a single ripe avocado at lunch can be the perfect light meal. It fuels your body, supports your heart, gives your brain what it needs, and nourishes your skin from the inside out. This fruit doesn't shout for attention, but in its own quiet way, it does more than most people realize. And at this stage in life, what could be better than something that works gently, naturally, and consistently? Avocados aren't just food. They're a reminder that every small act of care, like feeding your body well, is a way of saying, I still matter. And yes, you absolutely do. 4. Papaya, a gentle boost for digestion and inflammation. Papaya might not be the flashiest fruit in the produce aisle. It's soft, it's orange, and its flavor is mild, with just a touch of floral sweetness. But don't let its quiet appearance fool you. Especially if you're over 60, papaya offers powerful support right when your body needs it most. Let us start with digestion. As we age, our digestive systems naturally slow down. You might feel bloated more often, or notice that rich meals leave you heavy and uncomfortable. Maybe you deal with heartburn, or find that going to the bathroom just isn't as easy as it used to be. That's where papaya shines. Papaya contains a special enzyme called papain. It's a natural compound that helps break down protein in the foods you eat like meat, eggs, or dairy. Instead of your stomach doing all the hard work, papain lends a helping hand. It lightens the load, so your body can digest food more smoothly. And unlike over-the-counter digestive aids, papaya works gently with no risk of side effects or long-term dependence. But digestion isn't the only thing papaya is good for. It's also packed with anti-inflammatory power. Papaya gives you a natural trio of vitamins: vitamin C, vitamin A, and vitamin E. Vitamin C supports your immune system, helps fight infections, and assists in cell repair. Vitamin A is good for your skin, your eyes, and your respiratory system. And vitamin E protects your cells from damage, helping slow the aging process from the inside out. Together, these nutrients help your body fight low-level inflammation, the kind that quietly builds over time and can contribute to conditions like arthritis, heart disease, and digestive discomfort. If you deal with joint pain or chronic fatigue, adding papaya to your routine might make a surprising difference. It soothes the gut, it supports regular bowel movements, and it can help relieve that bloated, sluggish feeling after meals. And the best part? It's easy to enjoy. You don't have to cook it. You don't have to season it. Just slice it when it's ripe, and let it melt gently in your mouth. Papaya's soft texture makes it ideal for folks with dental issues or trouble swallowing. Its sweetness is subtle, not overwhelming, and pairs well with other fruits or smoothies. But papaya does more than nourish your body. It brings a feeling of calm, of comfort, of care. It's the kind of fruit that feels like a warm hand on your back, helping you move through the day with less discomfort and a little more peace. At this stage in life, small changes can make a big impact. And something as simple as a slice of ripe papaya, soft, natural, and easy, might be exactly what your body has been asking for. So if you're looking for a way to support digestion, calm inflammation, and feel more comfortable in your own skin, try papaya. It's not flashy, but it's deeply kind to your stomach, your joints, and your whole self. Conclusion: small daily choices can lead to big health changes. As we move through our 60s and beyond, our bodies begin to speak a little louder. We notice it in our energy, in how our digestion feels, and in the way certain foods affect us more than they used to. But here's the thing. This stage of life isn't about slowing down. It's about showing up for yourself with more care than ever before. The truth is, good health after 60 doesn't come from one big decision. It comes from a collection of small ones. Little, thoughtful choices made each day. It's choosing a bowl of fresh blueberries instead of a sugar-heavy snack. It's picking an apple instead of a store-bought dessert. It's spreading avocado instead of butter on your morning toast. Or adding a slice of ripe papaya after lunch, instead of turning to digestion pills. Each of these changes may seem small on its own, but together, They become powerful tools for keeping your body balanced, energized, and strong. At the same time, it's just as important to recognize what may no longer serve you. Fruits like grapefruit, bananas, cherries, or dried fruit might look healthy on the outside, but inside, they can create challenges for the aging body, from spiking blood sugar to interfering with medications. Avoiding them isn't about fear. It's about wisdom. It's a quiet way of saying, I know what my body needs now, and I'm ready to support it. Nature has given us plenty of fruits that heal, soothe, and nourish. We just have to choose the right ones. And more importantly, use them at the right time, in the right amount. Don't underestimate the impact of small steps. A single apple, half a cup of blueberries, a few slices of avocado, a piece of papaya in the afternoon. These aren't just snacks. They're signals to your body that you care, that you're listening, that you're willing to take charge of your health gently, naturally, and consistently. Getting older doesn't mean losing control. It means gaining wisdom, and using that wisdom to make thoughtful choices that protect your independence, your energy, and your joy. You don't need to change everything at once. Just start with one simple decision, one healthy swap, then repeat it tomorrow. Over time, those little changes add up, and they create something powerful, a stronger, more stable you. If you found this helpful, feel free to share it with a loved one. Sometimes, one small tip can change someone's entire outlook on health. And if you'd like more easy, natural ways to stay well in your golden years, stick with us. We're just getting started on this journey together.